Hello everyone. In this episode, we are going to learn how to process GET requests using Fastify. So let's begin. For implementing GET APIs using Fastify, we already have a project set up using Nodemon and Fastify server configured. For understanding how this can be set up, please watch the episode on this particular topic in the description, the link for which has been provided in the description. We would be using a file containing a list of products as the source of data for the GET APIs. This is to keep it simple instead of using a database, which will complicate the overall episode of understanding GET APIs. So let's go ahead and create the data source. We'll create a folder called data, within which we'll create a file called products.json. We have some data which we have already created. We'll just copy it into this JSON file. As can be seen here, we have a list of products with the following attributes: ID, title, price, description, and category. We will then read the contents of this file and make it available to the application. For that, we'll first import the file system module. We will then use this module to read the JSON file. We'll use read file async function. The directory name global points to the current directory. We'll use that as the base path and define the rest of the relative path. Once we have read the JSON contents, we'll then parse it and create a JavaScript object out of it. Next, we will implement a get all API, which will return all the products. For that, we will use the path as products. And we'll define the handler function. This function will return all the products. Let's verify if this API works as expected by starting the server and calling this API. As we see here, we are getting a list of all the products. Next, we will define another get API which will return a particular product as per the product ID that is passed as a path parameter. The way we can pass path parameter is by prepending it with a colon. We'll then define the handler function for this. We'll loop through the list of products and try to match the ID that has been passed as a path parameter with the ID of the product. We can get the value of the path parameter by calling request.params dot the name of the path parameter. If a match is found, we'll assign that product in the current iteration to the variable that has been defined, which is product, and then we'll break out of the loop. Next, we will check if a match was found. In that case, we'll return that product. If a match was not found, then we return for not for status with an empty body. We can send the status code by calling the code function. Now let's verify if this implementation works as expected. We will call product with ID 1. Okay, we didn't get any response, so we have missed something here. Let's check that. Okay, we missed the ID here for checking. Let's call the API again, and as we see, we are getting the product details having the ID 1. If you were to give a product ID which does not exist and call the same API, as we see, we get a 404 response with an empty body. If you like this tutorial, please like, share and subscribe for future such episodes. Thank you.
At Spinsage, we provide digital consultancy services including web and mobile app development. For inquiries, please visit spinsage.com.